Alright fans, welcome back to Sports Reel on Sports Tugs. Alright, and today, as you could tell, talking basketball.
Basketball season, in the heat of it. In the
Finals.
Finals.
The finals of the playoffs, right? Well,
It's the best of the East meets West. As the Miami Heat versus the Oklahoma Thunder's OKC. Thus far, it's a 1-1 series being tied. And, you know, we don't know where it's going to go. Some people are saying that, hey, this is going to be a sweep. And it's going to be OKC taking it now. But, I mean, if we look back at how the both teams got there, you could safely say that it's going to be a tough one.
Well, let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Look back at how each team got to the finals.
Yep. Boom. The Miami Heat started off the 2012 playoffs, the Eastern Conference playoffs, by facing the New York Knicks.
OKC did finish the regular season in second position in the Western Conference. That meant they'd face 7-seed Dallas in the first round of the playoffs.
Spearheaded by King James, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh, the Miami Heat easily took the first 3 games of that series. After a frustrating loss at Game 2, New York Knicks star forward Amar'e Stoudemire smashed his hand against the glass case of a fire extinguisher, allowing him to get 18 stitches and missing a crucial Game 3 of that series.
Now remember, Dallas was the team that broke OKC's heart in the Western Conference Finals last year. So KD and company had the chance to get the ultimate revenge against the defending champions. And they exacted their revenge in resounding fashion, sweeping aside the Mavericks in 4 straight games.
The New York Knicks will narrowly edge the Heat at Game 4 with an 89-87 margin, but the Heat will close out the series in Game 5 with a 106-94 victory. The Miami Heat will go on to face the Indiana Pacers for the Eastern Conference semifinal. What should have been a walk in the park for the Miami Heat ended up being a dogfight.
Next up for OKC was the dysfunctional Lakers, with their 2 temperamental big men, Bynum and Gasol. Kobe tried his best to get the best of the guys, but they could only manage 1 game, and OKC swept them aside as well in 5. Awaiting OKC in the Western Conference Finals was none other than ace veterans San Antonio Spurs.
The Heat won Game 1 of the series, but lost Chris Bosh to an abdominal injury in the process and went on to lose the following 2 games. The Miami Heat seemed to be crumbling under the pressure. It all came to a boiling point in Game 3 when franchise player Dwayne Wade had a heated argument with coach Erik Spoelstra. D. Wade awoke from his slumber at Game 4, and the Heat bounced back to win 3 consecutive games, cementing a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics.
The Spurs have been rampaging through the playoffs, beating everyone in sight, and they seem to be schooling the young guns of OKC, taking a 2-zip lead in the series. But then, OKC figured them out.
At the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals, the Heat met with 2008 NBA champions, the Celtics. It began with a chippy battle, with the Miami Heat leading the series 2-0. But KG and company showed their character by fighting back and taking the series 3-2. At that point, many thought that Boston would have pulled off the ultimate comeback.
Made a few defensive adjustments, negated Tony Parker's offense, and after that, OKC was unstoppable.
But that wasn't to be, as LeBron took matters into his own hands and willed the Heat to victory in Game 6 and Game 7.
They won 4 straight games, and that meant that KD and Westbrook would be in the first NBA Finals.
The 101-88 victory over the Celtics took the Miami Heat to its 2nd consecutive NBA Final.
Yeah, so that was a look at how the teams got to this point. So now it's time to get into the meat of the matter.
Yep.
And discuss the final series. Now, after we've seen 2 games already, series tied at 1 each. So, Skeeto, tell me what you think.
Well, I think both teams smell blood.
Serious?
Yeah, serious. Because, I mean, let's go to OKC. I mean, to start the first 2 games of our NBA Finals, and I mean, it started off both games at
lethargic.
Yeah, very lethargic, missing clear shots.
Yeah.
A lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
But I mean, the team rallied on in Game 1, and also in Game 2, it was a good comeback as well.
Well, the OKC developing sort of a reputation for being a comeback side. They play the same way against Dallas. In one of the games against Dallas, the commentator kept saying it over and over the other night that in one of the games against Dallas, they were down by 15 in the 4th quarter. A second one, they were down by 7 with like 2 minutes or 3 minutes left. So it's clear that OKC liked they're late finishers, and Usain Bolt's of basketball. They get a lead and they come back to catch you. But my worry is, can they do that against this Heat side?
It's a very, 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 very interesting topic, because looking at the big trio, as they say, in the Heat. Well, I shouldn't say the big trio, the big two. Wade.
Well, you hate on Bosch, so that's
I'm not hating on him. It's more.
We get back to that. We'll talk about that next day, Sports Talks fans. Right. I know we talk about the finals. We go deal with him unless Chris Bosh hating the next time. Right.
Yeah. But I mean, like, both LeBron and D Wade realize that in order to get the other players free, for example, Mario Chalmers and Shane Battier, more open for long range shots, they go to the paint.
They have to get attack the paint, and that to me was the key to the Heat's victory in game 2. They attacked the paint from minute 1. I personally believe in the end it wouldn't be enough, because I think OKC just has too many weapons. I think that Shane Battier will stop hitting all those shots. I'm not saying he'll go completely cold, but I don't think he's gonna go 4 games in this series shooting like that. And they're gonna have they're gonna have those games when they're penetrating, but getting nothing when they kick it out. And OKC, I believe from now, because they're not gonna go to Miami and give Miami a lead. They're not gonna go and fall asleep in game 3. You know what I mean? So it's clear to me that if OKC play from minute 1 to minute 48, they're the better team. So my prediction, I say OKC in 6.
I still say Heat in 7. Reason being, there's a pattern that is taking place within the game. There's a point in time where Ibaka a very, 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 very good defender, and he blocks shot, a good shot blocker, excellent shot blocker. But he falls out. Not falls out, but they realize
gets in the foul trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they will put anybody in the paint playing that sort of that sort of defensive role is going to be liable to foul trouble, because they're going to attack him, and he's going to get some blocks, but he's going to miss time some jumps, and he's going to get fouls.
But added to that, realize when, let's say, Ibaka is marking LeBron or Wade, you would see KD come into double team, and he himself got into some foul trouble in the game, and it was a bit of a gamble.
Silly fouls.
And I think, like, over the past few years watching basketball, I think a lot of coaches and teams play hard on the foul trouble. That's why I personally think, and playing on that, not to say that would be the reason why the Heat would probably take it in game 7, in my opinion, but I think strategically it would be a force to reckon with.
It'll be too hard to guard the 2 superstars without getting into foul trouble. Alright, so that's it for this edition of the Sports Reel. So Sports House fans, you have it. He's saying Heat in 7. I say OKC in 6. I even hope OKC in 5, so we could concentrate on the Euros.
I hope.
So until next time, Sports House fans, don't forget, like the page, share the videos, make your comments.
Yep, and say some Sports Talks.